everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here today with something fun. This is going to be a design team project for the Junk Journal Studio using a few of her kits. I will link all of them in the description box below. So I'm working on a project right now that has a purple and yellow theme. So it was very much a perfect time because also the Junk Journal Studio has just released several new label kits. If you're not familiar with the label kits that Junk Journal Studio produces, they are the labels of days gone by, are several of her collections, all in different colors. And these ones are in these beautiful purple and yellow shades. And they're really, really nice. And there's so many of them. Like, I only printed out, I think, one page of each color. I just kind of randomly chose, because I need some labels for this project. So this is, I think, one page of purple and one page of yellow. When you get the digital, it's multiple pages of beautiful labels. Then I'm also using her All Things Purple kit for these backgrounds because I need some backgrounds for this project. So they are absolutely gorgeous. I have cut them down, cut the edges off so that they're ready to go. I love this one. It's so cool. We may end up cutting that more. Then I've also got some of her, the Junk Journal Studio has a lot of really good, like, if you're trying to not spend a lot of money on digitals and you need like basics, you need basic things, you need floral fussy cuts. She has volume 1 and 2. These are the purple and yellow flowers from volume 2. I think there are 354 pieces to be cut out in that floral fussy cuts collection. So I can tell you most definitely it's a great investment, any of her kits, because she does a lot of things that are kind of like your basics. She even has like a really good kit for junk journal beginners. So if you don't have access to things like vintage documents and such, she has a really good kind of, here are all the basics of things that we use in junk journaling. Yeah, lots of great kits, but I'll link below what I'm using today. So these are also part of the All Things Purple backgrounds. So what I need to do today, I have to create, these are some of my hand-dyed papers that we're going to use for extra paper. I need to create 2 dynamic folders to go in the front of journals that I'm working on. So what I've taken are just 2 folders, like, office kind of folders. These ones are the long ones. I don't know how many inches these are typically. There's 12. 13, like almost 13, 14. I'd say 14 and almost 3/4. So weird. Actually, does it tell me inside? Do we have so it's letter legal size. I would say these are legal size for legal paper. And then they are 9.5 where the tab is. And then down here 9. Okay, so that's your typical like long letter paper. So what I'm doing is I need to make something fun for the front of a journal to go on that front inside page. So I've just folded this in half and then this like this, and I got to this measurement because this is what will fit inside the width of my journal. So fully customizable kind of project. These are thrifted folders, so they're nothing particularly fancy. So I'm going to just line this up again and get an idea of where I need to fold for this one, using the first one as a template. So we'll just put a line here and then a line here, and that will give me this my general idea. I don't need to worry about the pencil because I'll be covering all of this up. And maybe I'll fold it this way so I can see my pencil line right there. And then this just gets folded back on itself. And then I'll just grab my bone folder here just to press everything. That's one. Okay. So now we need to figure out how do we want to make these an interesting thing in the front of a book. So what I've been thinking is I'm going to grab my scissors and we're going to start to sort of shape this, okay? So I imagine that this would be a really fun pocket. So I'll go halfway down my line. About here. And then the same thing on the other side. There we go, just kind of eyeball that. And then we'll tip that down. So that will be a pocket. Now, I'm also going to use this bottom tab here as another pocket. So I'm just going to fold it up. We'll leave a little bit of space at the bottom there. You see right here, we've got a little tiny bit there. So what we now have is a pocket here, a pocket there, and a pocket over here when I glue that down, okay? But before I do any gluing, I need to decide what I want to do with the rest of this. How do we want this to work? So the other thing I think I might do is just potentially, well, maybe not. I was thinking of maybe trimming that in a little bit, but I think I'll leave it for now. It's not that important. So this and this will glue down. We'll do that first. I have no plan today. I am flying by the seat of my pants because that's what I do. But that's okay. It's fun to have you guys here with me while I just kind of plan things because, you know, it's useful that we learn this way. So let's glue the back here because we want that to be a tuck spot. And then we will glue here. And let me grab my 1.5 inch circle thing here. I'm just gonna make a little thumb tab so it's clear that that is in fact a tuck spot as well. Okay, so now we've got this one glued. That's glued down, and then this pocket we also need to glue, so let's glue here and here. Tuck that up. Okay. And then we have this. So we have options. So I still want that to fold. And the way that this is going to work, I think, is this is the backing that will be glued down. So this still needs to come in this way. And let's just see. Yeah, that's a little chunky right there. So what I think I'll do is just trim this little bit that comes up off. Actually, see if I can even just lift that a little bit and we'll trim it. Yeah, we'll just trim it a little bit. And don't worry if it looks a little messy. I'm going to be doing something extra with this. This is going to be covered, right? So you're not going to see that. I just don't want the fold to get impacted. Okay, that feels better. So now I need to decide how I want this to be. And I think what I want to do is I want to cut this all the way down and then actually have this open like a little booklet. Okay. So what I will do first is take my contractor's masking tape here and we'll start to build the bones in the background here. So like I said, don't stress about messy right now. It's not important at the moment. This is all getting covered. So why we're putting this tape is to create the space to make this like a little flip open booklet. Okay. And then we'll cut this off. Extra tape. Probably just push my little bits over here so that they don't get lost. There we go. Okay, so then we have this, and then down here we'll create a cut along this edge. And what I might do actually is to just give it a little more interest by cutting off that last bit of the folder, the row at the bottom. So see, there's 3 lines here. I just cut the bottom line off. Then what we have is this. Okay. Yeah, and that folds nicely. It's not strained. Okay. So then over here we need to decide what to do with this bit. And we can maybe, so this is going to fold in. We'll have pocket, pocket, pocket. Booklet. Probably add another pocket on the front here with some of the scrap folder that I have here. I'm going to cut off. Why don't we do that? So one thing I can recommend when you're doing this kind of project is just like be inventive. You've got probably folders hanging around the house. You know, just kind of keep on going like I'm going to do here. And what you'll find is you can just kind of keep on building, 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 flips and flaps and pockets and things. And it's just kind of an exercise in relaxing and making something more and more fun. That's why I call it a dynamic folder, because, you know, it's dynamic and that it's going to have a bunch of different things here and there, folders and flips. But like, you know, you can just do that as you go. So let's create a thumb hole. And we'll add this here. And one thing that I also might do is as I go, like this can be my plan one, and then I will maybe cover each piece of it as I go so that I know like this is neatly covered, right? Because it's going to be more work to cover this after the fact. So why don't we start covering it now and see how it goes? We'll do this as we go. So let me start grabbing some of the background pieces that I have. We won't do the embellishment till the very end, but we can start with some of the background pieces, okay? Just so this doesn't get too difficult for me as I'm going. So what I'll do here is grab my glue stick, and we'll start to cover these surfaces. So this is the outer flap of the booklet. Just choose this paper. Okay. And I'll come in and I'll trim this down. There we go. So now we have this covered. And then over here, I need to remove this little bit of extra tape. You can even just stick it down, that's fine. Now in here, I want to put some writing paper. And I think I'll try to make this like one piece. So I will just cover this in glue. Okay, and I'm going to use some of my writing paper, my regular hand-dyed paper for this piece. I think it's got to go this way though. So let me cover the whole surface. I'm just pressing it into that crease neatly. Give it a fold and just make sure it's all pressed in. You can use a card, but it's actually not really bothersome. Just go over here and give that a fold too. Okay. So now we will come in and cut again, all with the excess paper. Sorry, I need to move my tape out of the way. All these flips and flaps everywhere. I need a bit of extra space. Okay. Okay, done. Just add a little more glue on that little bit. There we go. Then come in with your tiny scissors if you need to clean any details up, like this little corner here. Easy peasy. Then we'll come in and clean up that little folder corner. And we have a little more paper here to trim. Just lots of little trimmy bits here and there as you're covering. This is why I'm saying it's easier to probably cover things ahead of time. So now we're back here again, and I can get that little piece of folder I want to make a pocket out of, and we'll decide what we want to cover that with. I'm thinking, where did it go? How big is that? That would be really cute on there, but it still needs a little covered background maybe. Yeah, we'll cover it with maybe the yellow, the leftover yellow again. Okay, so I've got this glued down now on the yellow paper. Let's just cut it out again. And see, it's a lot easier to do this as you go rather than to tackle the whole folder. So there's that. And you can even go one step back. When you just get your shape, before you even cut your pocket, you can cover it, and then you can cut them together like that. But as you see, that was not difficult in any way. So now let's put our decoration on the front of our pocket here. Okay, and then we'll go back over to our folder, and I just noticed I didn't trim this paper off the bottom, although you don't need to, it's kind of cute, but I'm just trying to be neat. There we go. So then we can come back to the front here, and we'll glue this pocket down, I think, as an L shape. Maybe. We'll do the whole thing. I think I'll put something skinny. I can hold on to something skinny like a bookmark or a skinny tag. Okay. Perfect. So now what I think I will do is go back in and I will cover this surface and this, like these two inside surfaces. I'll do that off camera though, so that you don't have to wait for me to just cover surfaces. So I'm going to cover this, cover the pocket, and then we'll work on this side. I won't cover that, okay? I'll be right back. So I've covered up all the surfaces that we talked about. So I covered the back side of this pocket, the pocket itself. I used 2 pieces of paper here. So there's now, let me show you where the pockets live here. So this is a pocket, a big one. This is a side tuck. This is a pocket. Then we have this booklet that opens up, hold on, like so. And then we have this pocket here. Okay, so that's what's going on so far. Now we have this to deal with. So we still have half a folder here, and it's still a folder. We have the fold right here, right? So we'll just double fold that, make sure it still folds. Okay, now I need to cut this open. So I'm just going to get my knife here. And I've chosen a washi tape to use on the creases because I like to go over the creases with a nice washi tape just to like trim it nicely and also give it a good straight look. There we go. So let's cut that open. And then this has got to fold over here. Okay. Then what I want to do is I want to make it a little bit shorter, and I'm going to do that by following this guideline here. Okay, so we're just going to cut across the guideline. Sort of a little off camera. I want to do this a little carefully, neatly. Okay, and we'll flip it over and we'll cut it right on that fold. Okay, so that's a little shorter now, and I want to round the corner at the bottom just to keep the folder look. So now this will flip open and we need to decide what we want to do with this. So we have this, you know, all these surfaces we can do things with. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this in another lovely backing. And I think I might use maybe this one, or potentially maybe this one actually. This would be really cute. But it depends on how I want to do this, because I've got to trim that off. I might keep that for the front. What else do I have here that I would want to use? Maybe this one. This one would be really pretty too. Yeah, I think I'll go with that one. Okay. So then we'll come over here and glue this up. You can also do this with our glitter glue just around the edges. That will work fine as well. I just like to use this glue for this. It's a nice glue. Get on top of there and then line up my edge. Yep. Okay, we're fully lined up. And then just flatten the whole thing out neatly. And then we come back to the back where we can see and we can do our trimming. So now I'll take the bulk of this paper off. Okay. We'll just neaten up this edge here. Just cut it down to the same size as the folder. Okay, now we don't worry about this edge. I know it looks a little bit weird because we don't have it fully covered yet. But first we need to decide, what do we want to do? Do we want this to become like maybe a flip down like that? And it could also be a pocket. Let's think. It could actually be both, really. So we could have this be a pocket. And then I can cut that off and we can create another kind of a tip down, or even a side pocket here and this here maybe. We could do that again. That would be a lot of fun. So if this is covered, this is going to be glued down here. We'll have the side tuck in this. That means we just have to cover this front surface because everything else is going to be glued down. Oh, but then there's this. You know, this could actually just be a flipping freeform pocket too that you glue the bottom of. And that might be kind of cool. Decisions. Yeah, we could have that be flipping, and then we'll do something else with this over here. A different pocket, maybe. Okay. So it would cover both sides of it in that case. So that's this side and this side. So you can accomplish that by just flipping this back over, and then we'll cover this whole piece. Okay. Why don't we use this paper for that? I'm just going to go a little closer to the edge. Hold on. That whole piece on there. There we go. And another thing that you can do when you're doing these kind of things, right? I said, like, do these things and just enjoy. Just go freeform as you go. Don't stress about like following exactly how I'm doing every little pocket. You can totally do this on your own and just go with the flow. Because as I mentioned, I didn't create any kind of a plan to do this, so it's really not stressing me out in any way either. It's like totally fine. Okay, move this over here. Then we'll just trim the corner. And over here too. Okay, so now we know this has to fold back down. And if you're one of those people who wants to ink everything, do it now. As you're doing each piece, do your inking, because it'll be harder to ink, but like, once you've already got it sorted. Now, because we have, see this little spot right here, because it's two different shapes, right? So I'm just going to cover that just with like a little scrap piece of paper. Maybe just this right here. Just going to plunk that right there so that it's covered up. Which I'll just okay. And just make sure, yep. And that's all glued down. And then just go over and snip off the excess of that piece of paper. Okay. Good. Glue this down. So what did we say we wanted to do? We want this to be a floating pocket. With an opening on the end. Okay. So now it's a floating pocket with an opening on the end. And what I'm going to do with this, because it is a pocket and I want it to be recognized as such, I'm going to actually punch a little thumb notch through both sides like that, so that we have a nice, well opening kind of pocket. But I need to also let that glue dry. So we have this. Now down here is this pocket. So I need to just put some glue here just to stop that from opening on that side, because that is not what we want. We want that part to stay down, but there is a pocket here. Okay, so I think we've done this part. So there's this, good. Now does that need to trim a little? It does. I had a suspicion it might. Let's just trim the whole thing down a little, because I don't want it to come anywhere near there. we'll put the thumb notch back in. Then we can round corners on this. Okay. Good, good, good. Now, do we want any other pockets or any other things? So this also needs to get covered. But do I want to do anything here? Maybe. This would be nice writing space. We can also come in with our washi tape now and cover this up. What I'm going to do though is I think I also want to add a little paint to this in the gaps. So I really like this. Oh, one moment. Sorry for that little break. My daughter had a shoe emergency I had to resolve. Okay, so I put down just this piece of washi tape right there. And then I want to do another one, but longer, all the way here on this border. And that doesn't impact anything. Make sure it's well stuck down. Then I'm just going to trim it there, and then again at the top. Probably, yeah, right at the top, I think. Actually, no, right at this. Right there. That's good. Okay. And that just kind of gives like a nice decorative edge and also sort of double reinforces any folds. Then over here, I'm thinking I might want to do the same thing, but I'm also thinking about getting my paint and doing a little bit of fun painting around on different areas here. But then I think what I want to do next though is over here, and that is to cover this, which I need to get my, where's my bone folder, blah, 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 blah. I've got a few too many things on my desk here. There it is. So let's just give this a fold down. And I know there's a little break in the paper right here, which is fine. It's not going to impact a single thing. I'm covering that anyways with this awesome page. I love this so much. It's really great. So let's cut out kind of the natural shape of this. I wanted to keep this one for the front because it's really nice. Okay. Then we'll just decide how we want this to go. And I'm thinking, so we won't see the back. Thinking like that would be nice. Yeah, probably like that would be very nice. So let's get that glued. Move all this stuff out of my way here. And then I think I need to, yeah, get that goop off my glue. I left it uncovered, that's why. I had to resolve a shoe situation upstairs, so my glue sat for a little bit. Go over everything here. There we go. We'll just line this up. I want that 61 on there, like so. Okay. And again, we'll come in and we'll trim the edge. So it's just lots of covering these surfaces with these beautiful papers, which is pretty relaxing if you ask me. I need to find my other scissors though. They've gone missing somewhere on my desk here. Okay, that's that. Trim here. Okay. Now we'll just move all those scraps out of the way. So now we have this. And I think what I want to do now is get my, well, actually maybe I will do a couple more things. We'll do a couple more things because we can. So let's do, this is nice for writing space, but so is this. I want to get my purple and yellow inks. Maybe just my purple ink actually. My Isaac ink. And I just want to ink this edge. And I want to clip off this little extra paper right here. There we go. Just want to go around all the edges with this purple ink because I think it will look really cute. Also on here, it just gets rid of any of the visible like manila color folder or anything like that. Okay. Just gonna hit that a little heavily and then take a paintbrush. Instead of getting my paints, I'll just use this. It will save me time and it looks nice actually. Nicely blends. Okay, then let's just wipe off the washi tape there. And then I think I will do a little washi right there to just kind of add a bit of continuity and also a bit of color. I think that'll look cute right there. In the crease, maybe. Actually, that's not exactly what I want. You know what? I think I'm going to do something different. Where is my, here it is. This little bit here. I might just do a nice little like pocket right there and just cuddle it right up to that edge so it's nice and clean. But I don't know if I want to use that paper or not. I think I might want to use some of this and make it like a bureau style piece. Here, I'll show you. So let's just move this for a moment. And we're going to work with this piece. And more of that folder, the leftover folder here. Glue, there it is. Okay. Okay. Glue this down. And I will cut it with my cutter. I'm just going to use the cutter to get a nice straight cut. Oopsies, hold on. That's better. Yeah, that's the edge that had a little bit of unevenness. So I just want to clean that up nicely. There we go. we'll come back and see we can cuddle that right up to the edge like that. But this way, because that's right side up. Now, what do I want to do with it? Do I want to make it like a freeform shape, or do I want to make it a little shorter maybe, and we'll round the edge? That might be nice actually, right like that. So let's just get the cutter again. We'll go with the little one. I don't need the big huge one for this. Just cut about that much off, and then we'll have that little piece that we can use for something else to embellish. Well, there's my scissors. Voila! They were in my word box. It's okay. Okay. I'm just going to pause and tidy for a second. Okay, we are a little bit more assembled now. It was just a little too messy for me. I can't work in a super messy situation. That's better. Okay, so let's just ink around this pocket as well. And then we will glue that down with an L shape to be like a tuck. Okay. I think I need to unplug my little glue bottle here. Okay. That's good. So this. All right, do we need any more flips and flops and flaps? We might be good. I think that is pretty good. And then I'm just going to even out this paper a tiny bit on the side. Hold on one second. There we go. Just need to trim. And then I want to add washi on the back side here as well. Oops. Or possibly not washi. You know what I'm thinking? It'd be kind of cute to add like something interesting that overlaps like that. And that wouldn't add a lot of bulk on the fold. So let's do that. And it wouldn't impact the writing space. That would be fun. There we go. So we'll just put this here. Okay. Glue down. Okay. And then we'll do our fold and a bone fold again. And then I think I do still want to decorate a bit with the washi. And then it will be time to use some of these yummy labels and things. Because we'll have the whole foundation done. Oh, peel, please. Why is this washi so difficult? I shouldn't complain. It's a very sticky washi, but it's hard to get started sometimes because of that exact reason. You have to make sure that it's even or it will get a little grumpy. All right, I'm going to take a minute to do this. There we go, washi situation resolved, and I just need a little piece here. I just want to wrap one little piece around, like so. Again, just as a decoration. Okay, so I think this folder is what I'm looking for. It's thick enough. I don't want to keep going. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, and if you had room, you could do a tip out here, a flip up there, a pocket here. You know, you can kind of keep on going with what you're doing. That's totally fine. I need to glue the bottom of this pocket down. I didn't do that. There we go. So we'll just glue that one. But yeah, I mean, it's really endless in terms of like how much flipping and flopping you want to do. It's actually pretty easy. So I'm going to start decorating, but let's just do kind of a quick review, right, of what this is. So This is the back side you won't see. It's going to glue down on the front cover of a journal. Then you're going to be able to, let me grab a scrap here, you know, writing space here. This opens, tuck spot here, and a tuck spot in this floating pocket, right? So we can slide this in here. Tuck spot here, tuck spot here, tuck spot over here. And then this is like a booklet and a tuck spot right in here. So, or a pocket rather. And before I finish, I should put something to open that pocket up just to make sure it's wide open. There we go. Okay. All the pockets are opened. I did this one already, I think. Yeah, it's good. Okay. So let's just play with some of these fun decorative pieces from all of the labels and the flowers. Put some of the extra stuff away that I don't need. Don't need bone folder. And this all out of the way. Okay. Leave all these bits and bobs here. Then we can play with the bits from in here. So just empty them all out of my bag. I try to stay organized by keeping all my stuff for a certain project just in a little baggie until I'm ready to use it. So we'll set all our flowers here. Perfect. And our labels down there. So then I think I'll just start in the same kind of way that I did when I got started. So over here maybe, I think I'll find myself like some kind of a smaller flower that I can glue down and maybe like that. That's very cute. One thing I'm going to do is just grab my glue book here, set these aside, and then I need to choose a color. And I might go with weathered wood as a nice color that's just, you know, kind of light. And my brush, let's give that a rub. Yeah, okay. And this is just like a soft gray tone. And I'm just going to ink on the white around these flowers to just give it a bit of a dusty look. And then it won't be so stark when I glue it down. So let's go ahead and we'll just glue the back of this. Pop it right down inside that pocket right there. And then maybe we'll grab a little label. For on here. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll open this up and just kind of like attack these one by one. Not quite what I want. Maybe something like that or like this. Oh, I think I like that one. Yeah. So again, just a little dusting around the edge. Ignore my dog if you hear him grumbling in the background. He's rolling around on the floor, and he does this whole grumbling kind of sound when he's rolling around. It's just, he's a tiny little old man, but he likes to hang out here with me, so it's all good. I'm happy to have him as my little company. Then find another label. This time we'll go with a purple one. Maybe up here. That would be cute. And then I think I'd also like to round this bottom corner here. So let's just round these. 1, 2. There we go. And then I'll just hit it again with the purple ink a little bit because we clipped the corner. And I'll just add more art glitter glue there to just keep that down. Okay. Then over here, I think I'll do like a nice larger maybe label like this. Yeah, that would be cute. And I'm also thinking about maybe adding just a simple belly band on top of this to hold on to like a cute piece of paper. That would be a nice little element, I think. So what if we gave that a try? But before I glue it down, yeah. Okay. Add those peonies on there. Give that a press. Get rid of this sheet. Okay. I'm just going to clean up the extra tiny little bit of snip of paper right there. Okay, so that's that piece. And now we're over here, and I definitely want to put a label right there. And I love this little 4.5 cent one, but I want to see, maybe that would be cute there. And we might want to take like something like that. Nice like purple larger label. I love decorating with labels. Oops. That's a notification from something that arrived much earlier today. Okay. Put a little 4.5 cent label there. So cute. And then up here, maybe we will look at adding flower or something. Let's see. This one. I don't want to eat up all of that writing space though. So I'm thinking I might just cut this in a bit of a corner, or I might just leave that one. You know, I could also do something little like this. Why don't I, or even, you know, each of these are quite easy to just cut out on their own. And I think I'm going to do that with this. I'm going to just grab just a small piece that I can glue as a little, like, sort of stationary type decoration right there. Nothing says you have to use the entire cutout, right? Make it your own. that here. Okay, so I'm happy with this surface. Now this surface, what do we want to do? I think I want to make one of these a little more decorated than the other. And then when the other one will be a little more plain. Okay, yeah, let's use that. Okay, just tone that down a little bit, and then we'll glue it up. And then I think I want to put a little label on there as well. So let's find a smaller one. That one's good. I think that's the one actually, or this one. One of these little guys. I'm going to go with the numbers. Okay. Now on this side, I'm thinking about putting maybe, I don't want to cover all of that. Well, we've got it right here, so I'm thinking about putting kind of some writing space on here. I think that would be nice. It doesn't have to necessarily be with that. It could be with this. Would that be cuter? Yeah, I think so. Just because it's a very pretty paper. So we'll go to there. I think we can just follow the line on this digital, which is great. See how that fits. Perfect. So we'll ink around the edge. And I think I'll steal another one of those little pansies. This time we'll go with the blue one. Okay. We'll glue that on this side. And now we'll just glue this down. There we go. So that way you get a little writing space on the actual pocket as well. I think that's fun. Now we have this, which I think a little label would be nice on. Probably that one. Then if we wanted to, so this is good writing space. I don't want to mess it up really too much. And this, I think I want to leave that alone because we took it away over here. So I don't want to mess with that. I think that's good. You could add maybe, let me see. Could add another one of the pansies if we wanted, maybe the white one down here. I'm don't really think we need it. That would be cute with that little label. Let's do the little label actually. Very nice. Now we have this back surface here. And I don't want to get too complicated with this one, but I think I want to use maybe, well, that would be cute there. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. So cute. Okay, get our Distress Oxide here. There we go. A little more straight. There we go. That's good. And then this fancy label up here, let's do that. Perfect. Okay, so that's the whole thing done. Why don't I go ahead and I'll make the other one that's going to be of a similar design because I need two of these. So cute. So I'll make a second one off camera and then I'll come back and I'll show both of them to you, filled up with a bit of ephemera. I'm going to keep the ephemera really simple, like it's going to be either cutouts of this that just get simply backed or my hand-dyed papers, because I just want this to be kind of a simple, you know, thinner ephemera, because I want this whole thing to go on the inside front cover of a journal. So I want it to stay relatively, you know, about the size of a signature or less. So I'm really happy with this though. So let me finish up and I'll come back and show everything to you finished. All right, so these are done. I'll show them both to you. So the original one that we made together is here, and this is the other one I made. So let's take a final look. What I did was I did some stitching just down here where this big fold is, because I really love how stitching kind of makes the fold work really well and be very durable. So this is the cover. Remember, the back is what gets glued down or stitched down. Then you open this up, and we have this lovely piece that goes in here in this pocket. I love all these labels and how they look. And then we have this writing space on this flippy pocket here. That journal card is inside. And it's really cute, and I like having this little flippy here. The labels, again, I just like how they all kind of connect. So then over here we have this piece. So this is a pocket that holds onto this tall journal card, and I just carried the daffodil theme so that like they would kind of go nicely together. And then this opens into a little booklet. Then we have here the belly band, and I just put like a tall journal card sort of made on this piece of stationery. And then in the pocket, this is the double pocket on the middle section. So I added a few of just the little labels here, and I made this little tag with a label on the back to go in the front pocket. And then it also has this side tuck, right, with this bonus journal card in there. Then we have this. So lots of fun. I really enjoyed making this one. I enjoyed making both of them. So then this just flips in here, and this flips over here, and that's going to go in the front of a journal. Then this one is the second one I made, slightly different variation. Again, that will be sealed down. So you open it up. This one has a big tip out. And I did also get the Fussy Cut Flowers 1 collection for this because I wanted more purple and yellow flowers. So I will link both of those along with the other digitals that I used here. So I chose some different papers from this one, from the same collections. So the background papers are from the same collection, the All Things Purple, but I used different printed papers. So then added this here. This is my hand dyed paper. And then here we have this single pocket. And I added some more collaging back here. This one I went down the seams with gilding wax because I thought it gave kind of a nice old look to things. So then we have these 2 journal cards here. So this one is my hand dyed paper, and then I used a label and a flower element. This is a background and a flower element, so that those just kind of nest right like that. Then we have this flippy, and on the flippy I've put this pocket here, and inside of it a couple of the labels, collaging behind, and this big tag. So those just pop in there. And this has the little bonus journal card at the side as well with the flowers. And then that flips over, and we have writing space and a little label there. Flip that back in. And then over here we have this big pocket with this large journal tag and more collaging. And I did the same thing over here, used, you know, this little flap to put something, added a little tuck spot there. I made a little notebook and added one of the labels up top. It's just stapled and it has some of my hand dyed paper there as well. So it's like a little notebook. We have writing space back here. And that flips over, and I did the belly band on this one as well. And again, a tall journal card there. So I am super happy with how these turned out. I think this is a beautiful, you know, collection. And again, I just want to reiterate that the Junk Journal Studio, Michelle puts a lot of thought into creating like basics, collections that you can use again and again. She does great color pairings. And like when you purchase more than one of her collections, you can put them together again and again in different ways. You know, like if I were doing a journal that was fall themed, I could still use this purple. Maybe I'd replace the yellow with the orange, and then I would take some elements of her fall kit and I would have this but in fall. So, you know, I think she's really good at providing a lot of basics for that kind of the every person journaler, right? Like you want to be able to create a lot of different diverse journal types. You can do that with her collections. So again, thanks for joining me for this little make, and hopefully it inspired you to just take a folder and, you know, either follow what I do or don't. Just play with a big folder. Just start cutting and folding and playing, and I think it'll take you on your own journey. But I definitely recommend these digitals. I have had so much fun playing with these, and I just love the colors and how it all came together. Until next time, have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.